This strange gloom keeps getting thicker. We've been descending for a while now. These tunnels are deeper than I thought. What could be down here?
We descend. Beneath Hyrule Castle. Now, we actually start off with pretty much full capacity of hearts, which I think is 40, as well as more stamina than possibly exists in the game unless you sacrifice your hearts for it. So.
People have been falling ill after coming into contact with the gloom drifting.
Oh, I thought the game was mute.
Though here it seems almost misty and not concentrated enough to harm us. We'll keep going, with it coming up from beneath Hyrule Castle. We do not know what waits below, so we need to be ready for anything. But I know I'll be okay with you, Link. Let's go solve this mystery.
Could be louder. Okay. Let me bump up a bit. The thing is that this actually will get really loud really fast. Hi guys, Tears of the Kingdom so far. We're literally just starting, Power. Thank you so much for joining us. I was just giving a little bit of a spiel and a thank you to everybody for joining me for doing this over the last 2 years. So we're literally right at the very beginning. I've just barely hit start on it, so. Gets a lot louder soon. It takes a bit. Be a little patient. Here, TOTK. The Master Sword. It must be sensing something. I knew we had a reason for concern. Ever since the end of the calamity, the castle has fallen into neglect. But I never could have imagined anything like these tunnels were hiding here. We must be careful as we move deeper. Yeah, this is actually a pretty quiet area, so. Link, look here. It's about this volume for me when I started the game, so I suspect it might get too loud after this bit. Yeah, well, and I haven't adjusted anything, and we've been using the Switch pretty much primarily for a lot of my games lately. And so whenever I have the cutscenes for Knights of the Old Republic, those go super loud. So audio balancing really is just really quiet for this segment of the game. But I did boost it a little bit so that hopefully you guys will be able to hear it. I'll turn it back down if I need to. Couldn't resist. Anytime she mentions the Master Sword is reacting to something, all I can think of is FFV. These are the ruins from an ancient civilization. Wait, something is written here. Might these ruins be from the Zonai? Audio balancing was always a thing. Old games, I know, seriously. Well, even under the headset, like, it sounds like it's fine most of the time, and then we hit those cutscenes, and it clips like crazy because of how loud it is. Oh, look at this. These carvings. I'm sure they're Zonai in origin. I've seen designs like this in my studies. The Zonai are said to have lived long ago in the time of the earliest legend. They possessed godlike powers and had a prosperous civilization in the sky. Hey, Juju, how's it going? Pick any killer, Dead by Daylight, or a weeping angel from Doctor Who. This is a question for everyone. You have to fight one. Any killer in Dead by Daylight. I don't know who all the killers are. The thing is that the weeping angels aren't really killers. They just send you to a random point in time. So, I mean, if you're completely okay with the idea of establishing an entirely new life, in an entirely randomly picked location and time, I might say Weeping Angels. Many history books tell us about the Zonai, but none gives us the full picture. Much is still unknown about them. Those statues there. Is this what the Zonai looked like? They seem so different than us, and such large ears. How did the ruins of a civilization in the sky end up here beneath the castle? It looks like the path ahead goes even deeper. Let's continue, Link. Grandma, what big ears you have.
Hurt. Are you, Link?
Yeah, thankfully those are short clips. Oh, the better to hear your
Look at
bullshit,
these
my dear.
The written histories of the royal family include stories of a great war fought long ago. It was a conflict between allied tribes and someone only ever referred to as the Demon King. Is it possible? Do these murals depict the same legend? This is similar to the statues we saw earlier, a Zonai. And these figures look like Hylians. This depiction certainly suggests that the Zonai descended from the heavens. It is said that my ancestors, the first of Hyrule's royal family, were born from a union with gods who had descended from the heavens. These murals tell a similar story, and if they are accurate, then the gods mentioned were the Zonai. They must have forged a relationship with the Hylians of that time, working together to establish the Kingdom of Hyrule. This figure, he seems to be stealing something of incredible power from the young kingdom. This all aligns with what I've read during my studies. And then this, it shows the Demon King. And a fierce battle against him. If the creature depicted here really does represent the Demon King, then... Incredible! This mural must be the Great War recorded in the royal histories. This is the imprisoning war, and the events that led up to it. Link! This is a huge discovery! All right then, now to use this invention of Pura's. I'm glad I didn't leave it behind. It's so easy to record. You point it and click. Oh, it looks like the rest of the murals are obscured. Just what is this place? Maybe we'll find more answers farther ahead. Link, let's keep moving deeper.
Oh, right. Zelda, could you be any slower? Probably could, actually. Hello? What is this place? Let's continue, Link, but we must be extremely careful. Okay. Think you can just go without it?
What
Yeah.
is that? Link!
Was that the sword that seals the darkness? The blade that shatters so easily against my power cannot save you from me. Zelda. You who carries that fragile sword. A Link. Raru placed his faith in you. And that was all you could do.
How do you know our names?
Link, finally you wake. I've heard a great deal about you from Zelda. Your wounds were severe. I am relieved to see you escape death. Your arm, however, was beyond saving. I had to replace it, lest the injury endanger you further.
Alright. Quite some long cutscenes there. Yeah, I suppose we're gonna need this for our journey. A decayed Master Sword. Sword that seals the darkness. Its sacred power has been diminished after being ravaged by the gloom beneath Hyrule Castle. Y to attack. This intro is a bit gloomy, no pun intended. Certainly. Had a week within the last 7 days, to say the least. Oh, absolutely. Power, again, I'm truly sorry for your loss. That is a very hard thing to go through, losing grandparents. Losing anybody, really, can be a lot, so very sorry for your loss. I hope that you and your family can take the time that you need in order to mourn and move on. So, yeah, healing can take some time. I remember when my mom's mom passed away. That has been probably the hardest one of all, since we were all extremely close to her. So it was the grandmother I spent the most amount of time with when I was a kid. So that was difficult. So yeah, I definitely can sympathize. Very sorry. Okay, what have we got in here? Archaic legwear. It's really not that much better than the, yeah, than the shorts we were wearing before, if you can call them that. And that's certainly a good thing. You can dive from any height and not take any amount of fall damage. The beginning for this is just really pretty. There are little details that I'm picking up on that I didn't notice the first time that I had started it. But when you're streaming a game for the very first time, it is kind of difficult at times to take everything in. Volume's about right now. Sweet. We'll try and keep it about where it's at then. Okay, hopefully... Hopefully I'm not already out of practice from our Breath of the Wild playthrough. It's like I said, that break between this and the, Breath of the Wild, or, yeah, between this and Breath of the Wild, we're playing Age of Calamity. And with the Age of Calamity, was just different enough. Kind of kept things interesting. But I fear I might already be a little out of practice. Especially when a lot of those tiny details are hints at things way later. Exactly. But after Age of Calamity, you feel really rusty. A little bit, honestly. But I just was not in a place after Breath of the Wild to go right into this. Considering I had literally just finished this game for my very first time when we finished Breath of the Wild. So I was not ready to dive into this again. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Link, I have waited for you. Princess Zelda left something for you in my care. This is the Purapad. I am told that it is an invaluable tool that will provide you with direction. Nice. Princess Zelda's prized device has a variety of features that are essential for adventure. Purchasing Super Mario RPG, excited to get into that game again. Been told that due to a couple of changes, the new remake is a little easier than the OG, even at the normal difficulty. Is that right? I've heard that a lot of the stuff is actually surprisingly true and faithful, including something that was supposed to be a bug is also present. It was just programmed in. I received it from Princess Zelda. I have now passed it on to you. My records indicate that Princess Zelda is waiting at the location marked on this map. My message has been delivered. Where am I? We stand in the Garden of Time. The Temple of Time is visible from here. It was used in the distant past. Many rites and ceremonies of the kingdom were held there. But no more. It is a lonely place no one visits. Find Princess Zelda. A quest we're going to have pretty much through the entire game. Got Malo's coin back. Sweet. Good little bit of progress then. Yeah, it's been a minute since we did Super Mario RPG now. What's funny is that I was actually just thinking, when I played this game the first time for my birthday, I remember thinking, man, Link's hair is super long. I wish that my hair was that length. I'm pretty sure my hair is about that length now. Especially if we were to straighten out all the curls and everything, so. Yeah, Super Mario RPG, I have every intention of getting around to playing that one again at some point. I just don't know when. Hello, you seem to be new here. Do you intend to use that as a weapon against the soldier constructs? Yes, soldier constructs are those of us given strict orders to protect this land. The Zonai who created us directed them to eliminate trespassers. They will consider you a trespasser. You must treat them as a serious threat. Allow me to offer unsolicited advice. It is crucial to maintain a proper distance and target your opponents. Swinging haphazardly will not yield results. You may practice targeting on me if you want. Oh, please do not actually attack. Throw stuff at me, but don't actually attack me. Your behaviors, you literally told me to practice on you. Let's make sure we gather some ingredients. Sarge! Yes, I love that we are doing Tears of the Kingdom. Not only is this Tears of the Kingdom, Angel, also welcome in, this is the final installment for my whole series playthrough that we're doing. So, about 2 years ago, in August of 2021, I dared to try to play the entire Legend of Zelda series for Twitch. We started with the 1986 original Legend of Zelda, and we are finally here at the end. We have skipped the CDI Philips games, which I have to mention because if I don't, power will literally come up through the screen and break my arms for me. Not really, but I tease about that because of how much of a hard time he actually does give me about it. We also had to skip the original Four Swords game because I did not have a viable way to actually play it, and short of figuring out how to decrypt a ROM myself to get it to work, I decided I was just going to skip it. We also skipped Triforce Heroes because while it does feature a official hero from the timeline, you do not play as one. And so treating it a little bit more as a spin-off title, I have skipped that one as well. So there are just a few that have been skipped, but overall we've made it pretty much the entire way through. 3 CDI games. Mellar, what are you doing awake, you fool? I mean, I'm glad you're here, bro, but what are you doing here, you fool? Also considering playing through most. I need to be paying more attention to the screen. I don't think I can do 1 and 2. We used a lot of save states to play through the second one. But, you know, I feel like that is completely fine. Playing on the Nintendo Switch actually does offer that rewind option, so if you're playing through the Switch, or the NES Classics, through the Switch Online package, that would be the way to do it, because if you screw up, you can just rewind a few seconds and try again. He's been playing Final Fantasy X in bed. That's a euphemism now. In bed! I know, he's been making it such a point to tell me every single time that he's been playing it in bed. If it weren't for that rewind, I would never have beaten Zelda 2. I actually have beat Zelda 2 without the rewind before. I had it on the Wii, and I remember I invited all of my family. Well, I was actually dating Kyo at the time. I was dating Kyo, and I tell everybody, I say, okay, everybody come in here who wants to see this, because I will not be doing it again. And I have since done it again. Not without the save states, but I have since done it again. I was determined I was never going to play that ever again, and that served me so well. Okay, I need to heal. Apple up, my boy. Ow. Wow, and to think I used to take on Lionels. I just embarrass myself, why don't I? Got a bigger stick. Going to start A Link to the Past. Awesome, I love A Link to the Past, unless Ocarina of Time wins the poll. Do both. Just do both. No excuses. Still playing Guild Wars 2 with Bray. Playing Guild Wars 2. I think I've seen that game before. I'm not sure. How's your week going, Mellar? I hope you're having a good week this week. Oh, damn, seriously, climb the tree. Come on, jump. There you go. Link is very bad at climbing trees. Sometimes. Sometimes, indeed, he is. Toasty Sky Shroom. Ah, I roasted that, but it is yours if you want. You roast them? Oh, I had not noticed before that you were unfamiliar to me. My apologies. Among my tasks is to explain anything that visitors might require knowledge of. You may have questions about this place. Please rest assured that a construct can answer them. I recall that your question was about roasting food. I roast ingredients by placing them beside the fire. I do not eat, but I am given to understand that it improves the taste. Our creators roasted ingredients in order to enhance their nutritional value. Do you have ingredients? I invite you to use this fire to roast them. Oh, guys, you remember that, you guys probably do remember, actually, that scene when we were playing this for the first time and Kyo absolutely just lights everything on fire. I thought that was hilarious. She just literally lights everything on fire. Okay, how do I hold this? I want to check recipe. No, okay, where's the button for it? Check recipe, rotate, sort, select. Okay, what the hell? Nope. Oh, we can just drop it. That's right. Oop. I think we're too close to the fire. Maybe if we stand about right here. Oh dear. Is this not close enough? Oh, okay, I see. We gotta basically light it on fire. Perfect. He climbs like a drunk tree frog. Precisely. It's in your clip reel at the beginning. Yeah. Why not jump in the fire? Because I don't like that song. Oh, such low stamina. It's alright, we'll get there. We'll get there. Have I played Dark Souls 3 DLC? I have not played any more than just the first Dark Souls game, and I played Elden Ring, Dark Souls 1, and Demon Souls. I have not played any of the others. Woohoo, we got a shield. Can't carry any more melee weapons. Okay, well, we'll get rid of that and carry this. My hair is perfect? You talking about Link's or mine? My actual hair. Thanks, I worked hard on it. There's a reason why Melar tells me I'm not allowed to cut it ever again. He's new. Give him some time. He'll build his stamina. Oh my.
That door will open only to those with sufficient power. I'm sorry. I did not intend to startle you. It was I that spoke to you earlier. That arm originally belonged to me. I am Raru. Forgive me for appearing to you in this manner. Unfortunately, I no longer have a physical form. In any case, that arm should allow you to open this door. It seems to have lost the power to do so.
Well, shit, what can it do?
You might be able to restore it, but you would need to enter a place filled with sacred light. Of course. Why not visit the shrines on this island? The shrines. Yes, I am sure they are the key.
I like how his description isn't ghost from the past or helpful spirit or anything cool. Nope, just source of the right arm. Exactly. There's the developers were wrong when making the dragon. It has nuke, laser fire, breathing, quick as hell, moving around. It could be could heal someone. Well, it has more health than the last boss in the main campaign. That sounds rough. So you're currently working on the DLC pack for Dark Souls 3. I have Dark Souls 3. I just haven't played it yet. I have every intention of playing the rest of the FromSoft games, but in their own time. DLC, who's my son, for anybody who doesn't know, DLC actually has a really strong enamorment with Dark Souls. He really enjoyed watching me play Elden Ring. He'd sit in his high chair and just snack on, on cereal and watch me play Elden Ring for a good hour and a half before complaining about wanting to get down. Used to be, for a while, anytime that I picked up the controller, he would always say, "We're going to play Dark Souls." And I'm like, no, we're not going to play Dark Souls. I mean, for a while it was we were going to play Dark Souls, but when I was done playing Dark Souls, he got very disappointed that I was no longer playing Dark Souls. So I'm probably going to have to pick that up again in the near future and play probably the second one next, because I like to play them in order. Even though they don't connect to each other, really. I still think that I will ultimately be playing them mostly in their original release order. There are only materials. Can't wait till we start fusing things. We need sticks, and swords. Trying to get something to help... Someone to help me out. Oh shit, falling. Trying to get something to help you with it. Help Sparkplug with it. Yeah, you played Elden Ring, because Malenia was the only boss in that game that I surrendered and needed some assistance from other players with. Everything else I did on my own, but Malenia was just a little too much. Don't know if you're going to play any more after Sekiro. That's fair. The thing is, you have to be absolutely a dedicated player to challenge for Dark Souls or the FromSoft games. So they're definitely not everybody's cup of tea. You are loving Bloodborne. That is awesome. I think Bloodborne is probably the lowest on my list of priorities, seeing as I got that one for free from PlayStation. So I'm unlikely to play Bloodborne anytime soon, but it does have a very awesome aesthetic to it, which I think, is definitely a pull for me. Want to get good at Bloodborne before I try any of the other ones. Got mine for free too. Yes. I've got so many games that I've paid for, though. So that's pretty much my problem, is that I tend to focus more on the games that I've spent money on instead of the ones that I picked up for free. But yeah, I definitely understand. You definitely want to get good at Bloodborne. That will go a long way for you playing the other games. Getting good at those mechanics in Bloodborne will help you absolutely with the rest of the series. Have I played Valkyrie Chronicles? I have not played Valkyrie Chronicles. So you've made it here. This is a shrine of light. Long ago, I filled these places with light that purges evil. I believe this light will restore an ability your right arm has lost. Now then, extend your hand. We get the Ultra Hand here, right? I think that's what we get here. Is Valkyrie Chronicles one of those JRPGs that's kind of Souls-like? Or am I thinking of something else? I might be thinking Code Vein. We have Code Vein, but we haven't played that one yet either. This is the Ultra Hand ability. It allows you to move objects freely and attach them to other objects. With it, you'll be able to build a great number of things. Really anything you can imagine. Use Ultra Hand and receive the blessing from this shrine. The ability to create. But also just moving stuff. Okay. Doing this is a little bit like riding a bike. Oop. Okay, here we go. Yeah, some of this is starting to come back to me, thankfully. Now we can also use this to get up to that chest over there. Oop. Perfect. It's turn-based. You're able to move your character around, shoot them, but the end we can attack you as well when you're not moving and vice versa. Set in an alternate universe around World War II. Oh, interesting. Okay. That sounds intriguing. I've told Kyo about the Warehouse 13 show that you had mentioned before. We haven't really looked too much into it just yet, but we intend to. We're currently rewatching Star Wars, all of the Star Wars, and right now we're currently just beginning the Clone Wars. So we've got a ways before we're going to be done with Star Wars. But yeah, when we get through Star Wars, we'll probably need something else to pick up on. And at that point, we're probably going to start getting through a lot of our anime. Or we might find some other TV shows to enjoy at the time as well. Here we go. Find a link on Steam, put it in your Discord. Oh, sounds good. Add suggestions so you can take a look. I think you may like it. Sounds good. I'm definitely intrigued. Thank you very much. You have done well to reach this place. We offer this light and will cleanse you of evil. Or that will cleanse you of evil. Guys, I almost forgot how just absolutely beautiful this game is. It's only been a handful of months since I played it, but... Oh, Melar, if you're still in here, could you possibly forward me the Crumble sound clip so that I can add it for Angry Angel per Rar's Redeem the other day, week, whenever that was? You want the Crumble sound clip? It's not that I want it, but I need to make good on promises for sound clips when people make redemptions. You did very well getting through that shrine, and you've restored an ability. This is wonderful. If you visit and complete 2 more shrines, you'll be able to open the door to the Temple of Time. You may want to mark the shrines in the distance with pins. Then you'll never lose track of where they are. The Purapad offers you a very useful scope. It's quite handy. Let's see if I can remember how to do that. Yes, that's right. Okay, there's one there, and there was one... there. Be able to play PlayStation 3 once again so I can play Jak and Daxter. Missed that game series. I'm Dad. Oh, Melar. It's quite handy. This is the guy who literally gave you a hand earlier. We don't take anything literal here, don't you know? Or maybe too literally. Is that properly? Yes. I was born in 93. I mean, same. In fact, I'd be willing to bet that most of us in here are probably born that year or earlier. So we can all just be old together. Works for me. At least we all have friends in this virtual nursing home. I see that they're still at work, even now. We originally created the constructs to assist in our endeavors. All of us were fond of them. I never imagined that they would continue to carry out their assigned tasks to this day. The fact that their labor no longer serves any purpose, yet they perform it still, it is disquieting to me. Well, suppose if we don't need sticks, I'll toss the stick in favor of a stone axe. And you're stopping Homer Simpson from choking Bart because it's too violent now. Since when is cartoon realistic? I had heard that. I had absolutely heard that before. It is kind of interesting. The amount of things that are just no longer socially acceptable that, you know, were just commonplace when we were young. It's just kind of a little appalling, a little disturbing to me, if I'm being honest. It's like, come on, people. Really not that big of a deal. Light the box on fire. Thank you. Gets us a baked apple. Try doing that back in the 80s and 90s, too. People are too sensitive nowadays. Seriously. They really are. I don't remember what the sunset fireflies were for, but we'll take them all the same. Okay, so there's a raft there. But I think... Whoop. Perfect. And now we need to build another bridge. So, the reason I didn't stream yesterday, I had a dentist appointment. While I was there having cleaning done, they had some shenanigans kind of going on in the other room. Some of the employees were just having a good bit of fun. And I remarked that, my doctor, the dentist, had remarked that they needed their own reality show for their office, and I said the dental office, and him and the hygienist that was there, they both thought that was absolutely hilarious, and I'd asked them, you know, if they were particularly familiar with the office, and they said yes, oh, absolutely, and kind of commented on how a lot of those how inappropriate some of those jokes are, and we were just having a good laugh about how different times are now compared to how they were when things like that were going around. It, like, was not that big of a deal, so. Early 90s, 2000s had better clothing designs than nowadays. I'm inclined to agree. Take off the shorts just because Millar told you to wear some more. OMG, wear some clothes. Huh? You're not Hestu. But you see me. I don't know someone like you. I didn't know someone like you could see children of the forest. Well, if you see Hestu, please return this to him. Oh, and my friends are hiding in lots of different places, too. So you should keep an eye out while you wander. Yeah, I'll just do that. Have a rock. Oh, there goes the raft. Where is it going? I don't know. Wear some clothes. Because I totally have clothes at this point in the game. Some things I get being sensitive about. That's the role of the parents to teach kids, not the TV. Exactly. Ghostbusters Extreme had a joke of she's 18, she's legal or something like that in the first episode. Have I killed Ganon yet? Wow, you're starting to sound an awful lot like V over here, Melar. Most of those offensive episodes were written by Mindy Kaling. I don't know who that is. Did it right before the opening cutscene. Oh, yes. Absolutely. So did I need that raft now? I don't know that I do. Ancient Arowana. What the kids and teenagers now see Blazing Saddle, that was the comedy best movie ever. Why is Ganon not dead yet? I mean, to be fair, that bastard just keeps turning back up, Melar. This creature is a threat. I mean, yes, but what creature? Do y'all know Blazing Saddles? Yes, we do. That's not good enough. My next batch will also be tasty. Pardon me for not noticing you. I was absorbed in preparing my next meal. I do not recall having seen you before today. I must doubly apologize for my inattentiveness. It is the duty of a construct to field any questions that those such as yourself may have. You may pose these questions to any construct. We will answer them as best we can. Are you interested in my cooking? Yes. Ah, so you seem to be uneducated when it comes to cooking. Very. DLC? Oh my gosh, really? Where did that come from? He hasn't had a fever at all until just now. Shoot. Okay, yeah, give him some Tylenol, let him sip some water. If he doesn't eat, maybe we need to see about a doctor's visit. So, never heard of it, but I would be lying. But I have never watched it. You should watch it. Seem to be uneducated when it comes to cooking. Very well, you will learn how to create a meal on your own. Educate me. Cooking step 1. Hold the ingredients in your arms. Step 2, throw them into the pot over a lit fire. Cooking complete. Yes, that's all you have to do. He ate, but he's so lethargic. Shoot. Yeah. Give me an update in about 30 minutes after the Tylenol kicks in. Let me know what's up. That is a simple version. The world of cooking can be as complex as you want. There are many possible dishes. What effect you gain depends on the ingredients used. We don't have any more. Shoot. Suppose that means that one of us needs to go to the store then. Others may replenish stamina. Tiny organisms known as critters and monster parts are not food. Save them as the base for elixirs. This information was provided by our creators. I cannot eat, so take it with a grain of salt. Food joke. I will remain stationed here. Ask me any time you have further questions about cooking. Pause in Sarge stream. Yeah, I might need to do that. I'll rest until the next time bell. Do not let that dissuade you if you have questions. Yeah, Kyo, I can run to the store if you need me to. Need me? Okay. Alright, guys. So, I'm very sorry to have to cut things short, but obviously family calls first, so yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to end here for the evening, but we'll try and pick this back up, hopefully very soon. I will chat with you guys through the Discord server and all that fun stuff. So yeah, if you haven't already, please join the Discord server. That's where all of the scheduling information will be at. And I will see you guys on Friday for some more Knights of the Old Republic. Until then, you guys know the drill. Safe awesome, stay hydrated, keep warm, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you guys next time.